Well, hello there, friends, family, and chess fanatics. Daily Puzzle 217. Persistent pressure is apparently the name of today's puzzle, and that is not a prescription for your hemorrhoids. Click right there. Guess what? You need to go solve this daily puzzle before we get started, and if not, hashtag you problem. All right, what do we got here? Okay, we got the queen and the bishop lined up on the diagonal. That's levitation, Holmes. No real powerful discoveries for the queen to move and release the bishop. Knight e4 comes to mind. If queen takes, knight takes, clearly we're winning a rook. The tricky part about a position like this is even if we just trade on d8, we're still just up the exchange and likely actually completely winning. But there must be more. We have doubled rooks on the c-file, which is the other thing you first look at. So as far as our hierarchy, checks, captures, tempo moves, you look at queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes, king takes, you're up the exchange. But still work to be done, and I think I already see it now that I'm looking at the rooks on the c-file since I pointed that out. Something like bringing the rook down to disconnect the communication between the protection of the rook and the queen so that we might have threats of back rank. Checkmate, something like rook to c8 is exactly what I have in mind. Takes it, I'll take it. And the problem here for black is that if you're taking with the queen, it's made on e7. And if he takes with the bishop, it's made on d8 as we're about to do. And there was no option to ignore it because the rook was pinning the queen of the king. Chekalina Lashlamba, and I helped. Let's back up and see that thing Sports Center style. So, what do we learn from this? I didn't... My attention did not go to the rooks on the c-file right away, right? What does that say about me? Maybe it says I haven't had my afternoon cup of joe. No, but seriously, I think I was focused immediately on the awkwardness of this rook being on h7 and the king being on e8, which is not a bad place to start. Just because it's a puzzle and we know that we're allowed to consider crazy moves doesn't mean we shouldn't try to take real, practical calculation skills and what a good approach would be for a real game into these positions, which is what you should be doing. So I was assessing something on the king side. I was looking for it. I didn't really look at the c-file, to be honest with you, to start until I kind of dismissed the idea of winning the exchange. I didn't see any devastating discoveries of the queen moving to unleash the bishop, and I thought knight e4 just seemed a little too slow. It's not forcing, and black certainly does not have to take on f6. Of course, white is probably still completely winning in that position. But then, of course, rook c8 comes to mind as soon as my attention sort of gravitated to the other strong area of the board, and that's when we consider those tempo moves, those strong power moves, and that leads to the goods. So I think we should all be proud of ourselves for solving this. I feel like we all grew today, lifetimes, in fact, as far as our maturity level, and I didn't sing, so you're welcome. No butchering of famous pop songs or rock and roll songs today. So have a good one, everybody.